YouTube, welcome back to the Road Warriors Training Compound channel. I'm Bob Kamka once again, senior instructor under Len Sly, and I'm continuing with past, present, and future of Sayunage. In the first video, we went over Sayunage from a traditional standpoint, but as far as the traditional side goes, it's very well known and referred to by other Aikidoka as kokyunage. Bear in mind, kokyunage has thousands of variations. It's not so much kokyunage is a technique. In my opinion, it's more of a philosophy or a principle of using your body. Kokyo basically translates as breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so my interpretation is if you keep yourself breathing to some degree, you start to build a natural rhythm, even when you're getting tired. As long as you can breathe in and breathe out, you have that opportunity to survive, find openings, and keep fighting, keep moving until everything is ultimately resolved. So, as far as kokyo goes, the traditional side, I believe this this movement helps like articulate that or personify it. Where at the same time you're breathing, you breathe in, and then you breathe out as you throw. Okay? It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be doing crazy ki eyes or stuff like that, but you want to feel the air coming in and out, your lungs expanding, contracting, because internally, Aikido, Jiu-Jitsu, there's this constant flux between hard, softs. And when you expand, you're a little bit harder. When you're contracting, it's a little bit softer. And that's what allows you to get that like sticky, crushing feeling, or as far as uke feels it, you get that sticky feeling. They stick to you, they can't let go, they don't know why. You may weigh 100 pounds, all of a sudden you feel like you weigh 900 pounds. Your techniques become stronger and harder and much more powerful, and the essence is to just crush your opponent right into the ground under you. Okay, so with that being said, let's move on to part 2 here, Tenshin style of kokyunage, but technically Sayunage. So with me again is Rod. Onegaishimasu. And we'll start with basic katate dori. So if you remember, katate dori, traditional, this kokyo feeling, this articulation, personification of your breathing application, okay? And you make it bigger, you make it slightly more bigger and deliberate movement so that you both can study that relationship. Tenshin style is a lot more cut down, okay? A lot of this is taken away for various reasons, and the idea is to start to develop that feeling of instantly taking the person down, dropping them at your feet, okay? So for example, he comes in, I deflect, and right away in one movement, this comes right up on his jawline. I absorb him and soak him up, and then just drop him right at my feet. From here, I can either tenkan away, or if he has his hand up, you can go right into a standing pin. You can do that as well, and then step away. Okay. Also notice a few kemi changes. With the traditional side, it's more deliberate, slightly bigger roll, slightly different projection. It's a little bit more throwing away, so they take a bigger roll to absorb it. This one, your uke is getting dropped straight down. So they have to accommodate their body to do that, otherwise you can risk a weird muscle pull or whatever. You have to absorb the entire technique. So as Rod comes in, and I catch him, his feet have to come together, almost like a limbo. Okay, because the more you progress in the proficiency that you gain, the harder and harder the throws come. And you have to be able to respond to the technique if your attack is unsuccessful and your nage throws you correctly. So I throw him straight down, right at my feet. Okay? So the ukemi is slightly different. The technique is more direct, and the ukemi is a lot more direct as far as receiving the throw goes. Okay? So one more time, katate dori, cut. And I can ride his arm, fingers, and step away. Okay, side please. As far as the initial beginning, you don't want to offer so much your hand, so if they grab, they have a nice easy anchor spot, to pull, push, and manipulate you. And you can break this grip, but you're going to use more movement. This way, I have a loose fist, almost like I'm holding a lightning bug in my hand. I don't want to kill the bug, but I want to keep it loose and kind of sucker him in. He comes in, I absorb right away. Okay? I let him into the space. Okay, so I'm letting him try to grab me on my terms. So don't get grabbed. But on my terms, I let him in. Come get it. Now with that, I combine a downward cut to ensure that he doesn't latch onto my wrist for whatever reason or rhyme or reason. So cut. And then right away, this hand is very circular, almost like a locomotive. Okay, nice and crisp and condensed. Okay, and same thing, you ride this jawline, drop your head at your feet. Be wary of the feet kicking up. That's why both hands are usually like this. So if this leg does kick up, it's very easy to protect yourself. And depending on how long or tall your uke is, if they ride your arm down, you can get into this pin. If not, if they just fall, it's very easy to 10 count away, step away, keep them at bay, and reset. Okay, so one more time, takingaikidoback. Here, 1, and go. From this side again, so your entry footwork as well. As soon as I cut, this is sliding, slide, throw, slide to get away. Okay, so if you go down, I say stop, stop. So here, I'm entering in, just soak him up. He gets affected by the throw. I drop him, this leg comes up. I keep my feet under my hips, under my shoulders, and then I can slide step away again 4 10 counts. This sliding step movement as you enter, ashi sabaki. Okay? So one more time from this angle. So 1, and go. Keep your knees slightly bent. Bend your knees when you need power to throw. Okay? You don't want to be bouncing up and down, and you don't want to be a Frankenstein. Okay? You want to be loose. Not a noodle, but loose. You want that feeling of your knees floating, so it's easy to bend them if you need to. It's easy to move if you have to, or shift directions and angles. Same with your arms. You want to be a noodle. You don't want to be reckless and just throw your arms out there. It's very, very precise detail on how these shapes and techniques work. So articulate, cut, cross the jawline, catch, and then power. Drop it. Okay? From here, if you get his hand, great. You can execute a standing pin. Basically, it's an upside down kokyunage pin. Elbow over the face, using the fingers. Step away. Okay, let's try a couple different attacks to put this in practice. Okay, so this time we'll go from Kowski, right? Punch to the face. So same thing. Punch to the face, don't miss. There you go. Good. Okay, good. Now we can incorporate a little bit more kihon with our teisabaki. In this case, we'll be using uke nagashi. Okay, so deflect, catch, drop them with power, keep them at bay as you kind of land through the space. Okay, what is that? Go over here. Same thing, uke nagashi. So 1, and just crash right over him. Just drop them at your feet. Okay. If the fist is still here, that's fine. You can peel the fingers, get a pin, and step away. One more time. Okay, Kowski. So absorb, catch, and right away, this is one movement. Okay, right across the face. If he tries to grab my hand, that's fine. I'm on the correct angle of his shoulder to his jawline. So he can't, it's not this. Okay, it's right here. Drop him, pin him out. You can also roll him over if you wanted to. Okay, so one more time from Kowski. Okay. Crash over him, move away. Okay, one more variation for you guys to play around with and maybe help you identify some of these principles. We'll go from kosadori. Okay, so absorb into a nikyo. Okay, unwrap, cut him down, and right away enter. So now you can apply a little bit of henka waza while you study these particular principles. Okay, one more time. Okay, so Nikyo, remember, on my terms. I'm letting him into space. Okay, I'm suckering him in. Here, absorb, unroll, cut him down, and right away, drop him, get out of the way. One more time, please. Okay, so here, absorb, unwrap, cut, drop him. I got his fingers this time. I can apply my pin. Okay, keep him at bay, and go. Remember, once again, the TenShin style, very direct, and if anything, much more severe than just the basic technique. Now you're learning a variation of a traditional movement or attack, and you're starting to apply it more realistically. Realistically, you're not going to be throwing somebody across the room 8, 10, 12 feet into a wall or out a window or something like that. You want to drop them, conserve your space, you know, depending on whatever environment you're in. Okay, so one more time, kokyunage. Okay, so absorb, keep him in his space. Right, this is fine. I can still keep this check, and then right across the jawline. Fall right at my feet, and then I can move away. Okay. That's it for now. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is my take on the TenShin approach using a Sayunage, which many people refer to as kokyunage. Remember, the TenShin style, the technique application is a lot more direct. One more note, you know, the attacking. It's not just this feathery attack. You know, the punch is very, it's like a jab almost. You know, Kowski, punches to the face. Boom. Okay, so you have to work in not necessarily super fast flailing hands, but you want quick hands, quick reaction to deflect that punch, which will suck in your uke, so you can apply much more powerful throw straight down rather than out and away. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you guys for part 3 of applying the principles of Sayunage. See you in the next video.